Good evening and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I'm Modi Operandus. Let's see what's going on today. So first of all, we have insufficient oxygen generation once again here. We've been producing not enough. So there's been some tips, a lot of tips in the comments and that kind of thing about this. So what people are thinking is that I should probably get rid of the deoxidizers. These take up a ton of algae, and they're constantly getting depleted all the time. I could rely on more of these, so I need to build a lot more algae terrariums. These also take algae, but not as much, it seems like. These are awaiting, so I can't see what they actually are using. This one's going. So this one's using 933 grams per second of algae, producing 600 grams per second, so that is huge. Let's take a look and see where our report was last time here. Can I see the previous days here? So we produced 600 kilograms, or 500 kilograms of oxygen. We removed 600 kilograms. So that's why we've got the deficit going on. If I wanted to replace these, I would need the oxygen electrolyzer, I think it's called. Yeah, the electrolyzer. So, and this takes water, and then it creates hydrogen as a byproduct, and oxygen as a byproduct, and it does 888. So it's more oxygen produced, some hydrogen produced. Negative decor, that's fine. Takes water and power. Needs a liquid intake pipe for the water. What do we do with the hydrogen? We turn it into power then, and we put that hydrogen into the system there. Okay, so first of all, there's all this CO2 over here. I probably should be taking advantage of it, so we're gonna put a couple of these over here. Let's do 3 of these over here, and that should take care of this room down here. And get more of the CO2. Over here, it's, well, actually, these aren't even able to keep up right now. We need these things built pretty quickly, though, so I'm gonna up the priority on these right away to, let's say, 6. We are beginning to see some payoff from our friend here who's producing slime for us. The slime will turn into algae. It's a slow process, though. Requires power in this biodistiller here. The thing here, the biodistiller is producing algae using slime and emitting contaminated water. Well, it does emitting contaminated water. Let's take a look here quick. Is it really? Let's see. It is pulling in water. No, it is pulling out water. Okay, so the contaminated water is coming out of there and going into our system here. So what we can do with that, this is great because it's giving us a product we need more of, which is contaminated water. I want to potentially move this though, and I want to move it over here where the puff is hanging out, because there's all this contaminated oxygen here. He breathes that stuff, turns it into regular oxygen. So we want to have a system that allows us to produce more of that, put it into here, and he'll slowly clean it out and turn it into regular oxygen again, and then we can bring the oxygen back into our base somehow later. That is the ultimate goal. So I'm gonna get these things built first because it's a bigger priority here. I am going to shut these down because this is a waste of our oxygen for the time being. I agree with people. No, not deconstruct. I'm gonna keep them here. I'm just gonna toggle them off for now. And I'll let this one go because it's still got algae in it. Well, I don't want them to refill it. Well, okay, we can put that in there. They go through that so quickly. It's gonna be non-stop refilling, basically. And this is still awaiting, so I'm gonna toggle it off too. So now we're gonna be not breathing very well until we get these things built. To make the oxygen, to make the electrolyzer, we would put it here, I guess. Again, forcing the, well, we'd want to force it. Let's put it like here, actually. I guess the question is, where do we want that hydrogen to go? The hydrogen will turn into power. We need a spot for it to go. There's CO2 going all through here. In here we have an issue of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Someone said that I need to have a pump in here to get some of this air out. because this will explode if it gets too pressurized. And indeed, this is pretty densely packed between air and eventually water if we fill this bad boy up. So having an air pump in there would help reduce the amount of pressure in there. And where would we go with the CO2? I don't know. But we just basically have to put a general air pump in here. Man, there's just so many things to accomplish in my short half hour here for an episode. So I don't know if we're going to get to all of it. We're going to do the best we can. A bunch of hydrogen up here for power. This is where ultimately the hydrogen will go to. It'll congregate in the top of the place here. When we start if we create some hydrogen from the electrolyzer. And then also, people were saying that I should try to create a closed loop system on our shower, where it's going from the shower right to the water purifier and back down again. That would probably make sense. What I would do is I would put it right here, I think. We have chlorine in here. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. Where do we go with that, you know? But we could totally do that. What I would do is I would put in a wall here, dig this whole thing out. This is 5 thick, that's perfect height. Leave the bathroom where it is. This one's fine. We'll have a separate system then for the pipes then. This would be another project for another day possibly. Taking the water out of this and pumping it into here. We could move this too. Well, we're gonna want this for the contaminated water down here eventually as well. And we need to add in the contaminated water from around the map into this area, which is another project in its own right, because there's lots of water over here actually. We just need a way to get to it. Water pipe system would make sense. We can make a water pump. It needs power, so we'd have to basically run this ladder down. That might not be a bad project to do. Build a ladder from here. Use sandstone. Take it down from here into here. And then we put a pump down in here, power down in here, and eventually we'll have this moved over here anyway, so it'll all work out. Okay. Well, that's the plan. Okay, so what we'll do, for starters here, we will get these things built once the day starts here. Next step, I think in the order of things, this guy's okay with his contaminated oxygen for now. He's okay with what he has over there. We need this stuff gone here though. So when he flies around, this stuff just drops straight down here, so it's easier for my dupes to collect it. And we don't have to walk so far. So I'm gonna just have them dig out a little bit more of this, what they can reach. And maybe, well, okay, let's cancel this quick here. Let's have them dig from the top. We'll do it right. We'll dig it a little bit, we'll make it as wide as possible. And we'll have them dig it like that. And I'll just do a layer at a time here. And we'll have a priority set on that to like 6 also. And we'll take away the priorities on these. We'll cancel these for now, because we want this part dug out first. And we'll dig a bigger trench here all the way down, and all this contaminated oxygen will flow up then, I think. And then we'll work on moving this over later. We need a power line brought over to there basically to start with, and then we'll need to connect it to the water pipes eventually also. Let's start with the power line. Let's take a look and make sure it's good. Let's see. So if we go like so, and I'm gonna go through the world here like this then after that. I need a power line like that brought over. Okay. We also, suggestion here was to remove these don't worry about the wall so much here, because we can always beautify this with some paintings above. So let's deconstruct this part here, and let's deconstruct this battery and put in a bigger battery here too, because our coal generator is producing way more power than we need. It is emitting CO2, which is a problem, but we'll deal with that later. I mean, CO2 we can refine at least. Yeah, we definitely need more of these things though. I think is the key here for now. And then the electrolyzer system will... Oh boy, well... Yeah, as far as order of business, I mean, that would make the most sense for now. To focus on that right away. So, the easiest way to accomplish that, shortest amount of distance to cover for the electrolyzer would be put it down like over here someplace. And I believe we've tried to make this before. Let's see, this takes water and contaminated... This is the air scrubber. Removes carbon dioxide from the air. Turns water into... This is another closed system because it takes 100 grams per second of water and turns it to contaminated water, which we just need a system for turning it back into air. We need to put it someplace where there's a lot of carbon dioxide though, like down here, which means we need water brought over. Again, water is at a premium at the moment. So the shower system's gonna have to wait because that's not a huge priority right now. This is a bigger priority because we're running out of air. So I'm gonna put this down here next to this one, and then we'll set up the let's set a priority on that for like an 8 because I want that done right away. Yeah, there we go. All right, get that done right away because we're gonna have a big problem here if we don't get some more oxygen really soon. People are gonna get interrupted sleep now. They're gonna be more and more stressed out. McNair is facing some stress right now. Let's set this to McNair. Let's see, who else is facing some bad stress right now? Red is the other one here, so let's set this to Red. I think we just took her off another one here. That's okay though. Get them as priority on those. They should be good. Let them go to work on stuff here. So this door needs to go as well. Deconstruct this door. And we'll pause it as soon as they do that, okay. And we'll put in the new battery. No fuss, no muss. Already got the wiring there. Set a priority on this as a 7 or so. There we go. We also, some people are saying we also have gotten a little too specialized with some of our people in here. Casper, for instance, can only really sweep, and if we are out of space in here, which looks like we're starting to run out of, he's gonna have nowhere to go with that stuff. For now, it's okay because we have a couple of gaps still where we can fit some things in. So I'll put some sweeping orders in here and get him to work on that stuff. And clean this place up a little bit. All right. Okay, so no restrooms built. Why does it say that? Okay, it just popped up for a second there. Looks like it solved itself. All right, so we're getting this thing built. Okay, so we need the electrolyzer needs power. And again, we're gonna set this to a high priority. Get this plugged in. We're gonna set this to... It's gonna need water, right? Needs a liquid connection. So let's take a look at the liquid connections here. Needs water in, which this is being used. We're taking water out from... Where exactly here? So it's water coming out of this, basically, is what we're using right now. Out of the purifier. The purifier is going to only be running when it's getting water, so I optimally would take it out of this pump here. Quickest way is going to be bringing it down like this into here, but this is only going to be running when there's water being pumped into the purifier here, which means we might want to make it a priority to do some water pumping out of here into that system. And indeed, maybe we alter this so that it's not taking the water directly from the lavatory here into the thing. What we would do is connect the pump up, drop it into here from the liquid vent, and then set up a water pump for here to take that water back out and put it into the purifier. So, do we have power down there already? No, we don't. Let's do liquid pump. Put it right here, next where all the water's congregating. We'll set this door to not disabled. We'll set the power to be made here still. Let's go power. Bring the power down off of here. Bring it straight across to here. Then we bring the pipes off of there. Okay, yeah, we bring the pipe off of there. Plumbing, liquid pipe, granite, whatever, doesn't matter. I guess sandstone. We take this pipe and we bring it up through here. And we set up an order to deconstruct those once this is done. We'll deconstruct these pipes here. And then we'll be running water from the lab all the way over to here. And then from here, it's coming over through the walls over to here, right? This is going to come over from here to here. So everything's going to be outputted to here now instead of coming right into the water purifier. And then we'll be coming from here over to the water purifier. That would make more sense to us getting a production system. And then we'll be taking water from this over to these things. That's the best plan I can come up with for right now without redoing all of our pipes. This thing is kind of a mess for pipes right now. But without doing all of the redoing all of the pipes, we'll do that. Okay, so let's get to work here on some of these things. Let's let them go to work, and we've frozen up slightly here. There it goes. Okay, caught up to us. All right, let's go. So let's also make the priorities of these like a 6 or 7. So this is getting done right away. 6 is through here. Get this done right away. Okay, get that done right away. Okay, so we need that oxygen badly here right now. People are getting stressed. We're getting these built at least. Zeke got a skill increase. Athletics, good. We just deconstructed this ladder last time, and now we're back at it again. They might not be able to reach that either. Let's make sure they have a ladder they can get to. Sandstone's fine. And who's stressed now? McNair is still stressed. We need to set the priority higher on this, I think is the deal. I mean, I guess what I should do is set this to a 9. So that when I do these things, it's a priority. You know what I mean? I want them going to rest rather than working other stuff. So I'm gonna set this to a priority 9 actually, and we'll just keep an eye on it. Once their stress falls, we'll drop back down again. Now this is getting water right away here, and it's starting to produce some oxygen for us. So it's producing. Did it just hit max pressure already? Max gas pressure. Great. That's okay. It's just gonna turn off when that happens. Which means I wish we could take like a pressure overlay. That'd be kind of nice. It's talking about its immediate vicinity, I'm thinking. And we are going to be putting hydrogen to the middle of the base. Yeah, every once in a while. See, now it's hit all of the water gone already because it's taking up so much water. This is a lot of water, actually. And this is what we ran into before. Okay, so now we need the system done quickly. That was like a nice quick little burst of O2 for us, but it's not gonna work, not gonna be a long-term solution here. We need to get this other stuff built here. Is this open to be gone through now? And then what we should probably work on next is taking this hydrogen over here and turning it into power. Let's dig this. I'll tell you what, let's go like this. Let's go base, tiles, and doesn't need to be anything fancy, so we can do sandstone. Let's put it through here. And dig this one out. And then we'll put the hydrogen system in here needs a gas intake pipe for the hydrogen, which means we need another pump for hydrogen, because it only works off of the gas intake, which means we need to make a pump to pump hydrogen that's already in here. That's fine. That's fine. We can manage that, and it'll go right here, and we'll connect it to power. Okay. All right. Beautiful. Let's see what they're working on now. I need these. So these are starting to go. They just need water and algae. And are they producing more? Still, this is just not keeping up, basically. Is the problem. We were gonna airlock this. It's already airlocked. Okay, good. So all the CO2 down here is gonna be fine. There is some algae down here they can still grab for us, which is great. And they can't breathe down here, so that's gonna certainly not help. Alright, so we got this battery connected now. And we'll put a couple paintings in there once we're ready for more decor. It's just gonna be abysmal for decor over here. But we can fix that pretty easily. And is that connected to power? Yes. So, we're good there. Now I just need to work on this. This system needs to get done before this electrolyzer will work. And... so now that this is not really doing much for us right now. Okay, we need to get this thing built right away here. Let's up the priorities on this. They're for whatever reason they're not doing it right now. We'll find out what that is. Well, first of all, let's take a look at quick. Unreachable. Unreachable. Why is it unreachable? Is this still locked? Let's get that door open. I don't know why it's unreachable exactly. We'll let some of this out here. Suffocating, 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 suffocating. Doris. Doris, you shouldn't be, I guess you really gotta use the bathroom here. Yeah, get to some oxygen quick. Who's suffocating now? Doris again. I mean, I know it's bad over there, but you're standing inside oxygen mostly. Stressed is, yeah, McNair and Maha now. Let's take a look and see. This is a sign of red. We got Maha. Okay. That's not great. Okay, they got this fixed up now. For whatever reason, the door was blocking them from getting this thing done. Stress vomiting! Hooray, McNair! Great, 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 great. Just what I wanted. If we wish it would flow this way into our system we actually have for it over here. Well, it will actually. Some of it will go into there. Let's mop this up. It's gonna piss everybody else off when we do it, and we'll mop up through here. I'd love for that water to go into here, because we can get more water then. It's actually not a bad thing. People have said the end game system of this is basically just a series of human rights violations for the dupes here, where we have to make them stress vomit and not use the bathrooms, and eventually we'll get enough contaminated water to process into water then. Okay, so this is going then. Once this is built, it's a good thing. All right. Let's just mop the rest of it, because they're gonna get the debuff for that, so. Take care of this, and the contaminated water down here as well. Not where it wants to go. So they'll work on that as soon as they can. We need this pump built so this electrolyzer works, so we stop running out of oxygen, so we can be happy again. You're really gonna hang out in there and get oxygen. Surprising. We're being a little cruel to Doris right now. He's always out of air. Come on, Ernstine, get this thing done. Skill increase for bubbles digging. Okay. Boom. Okay, so that's going. Now, this should be pumping water into here then. Is the plan. There it goes. It's gonna be going, and it's gonna take all that contaminated water out of here and flow it into here, turning it back into water. Then we need to deconstruct these pipes here. Food shortage, yeah, well. This is surprisingly a food shortage, even though our thing is full here. Whatever reason they can't get to it or something, I don't know. They should be taking care of that. Okay, so this is gonna be going pretty much non-stop now, producing O2 for us. And this is gonna get burned up really fast. So we're just not getting contaminated as much as we should. Alright, so that is fine. This sucked it up really fast there, didn't it? Okay, so now this is going non-stop. I mean, this is, it says max gas pressure. Because idle when the room enters maximum pressurized air. That shouldn't be happening, because there's so much room for it. Maybe we need more permeable tiles through here. Yeah, let's do this. Let's make another permeable tile here. Let's like go like right there, where it's not gonna bother anything. And yeah, this is gonna get all sucked up through here quick. And now we have 4 stressed. Oh, because it was because of the contaminated water. That'll do it. That'll stress everybody out. We got cleaned up pretty quickly though. And then this is just shutting down whenever there's. Let's see. I would like to see how much it's using here. First of all, it's using 446 grams per second, emitting hydrogen. To get rid of some of the gas pressure, we might need to. Well, this is not very dense over here. I was gonna say maybe we need to get rid of some of the pressure from over here, and the hydrogen thing will do that. Now we're just not getting airflow. Like we don't have any pumps anywhere yet for gas. How's this guy doing over here? He's doing good. Yeah. So, well, at least we got the problem solved for now. I mean, our oxygen generation should be on the rise now. It is on the rise. Well, it's not on the rise. It's not closing the deficit is the problem. And again, food shortage, even though this refrigerator is here. I mean, how much do we have for lice loaf? $9,000 calories. Okay, that's not gonna last very long, but I'm gonna switch it over to lice loaf now. Let that go. There really shouldn't be a food shortage though, right? Oh, because we're producing that much food. If they ate all of it, we'd be out, is what they're saying. Okay. That's okay, we're working on that. We're working on that. We're gonna get more of these plants going, and then it'll be good. How are these doing down here now? These seem to be keeping up a little better. And I mean, these are gonna use even more and more water though, too, is the other problem. And they have to be manually refilled is the other problem. These algae terrariums. What we should probably do is look at the air scrubber. Removes the carbon dioxide from the air, produces contaminated water, which we can convert back into. Takes contaminated oxygen, basically takes CO2, turns it into contaminated water. Contaminated water we can turn into regular water. It's another source for us to have water then. This is pretty much going non-stop now. We need to work on pumping in some external sources of contaminated water now. Other issue. That'll certainly help. We have this going on over here. We could definitely work on that project next. Because water's gonna become a bigger issue here shortly. It's hitting the max gas pressure every time I think it's a problem is that it doesn't have enough big gap above itself here. What I could do is put in a permeable tile here. I think the water will probably stop it though. This is probably not the best location for it, is ultimately what the problem is. Because I think every time it's shutting off because it's producing hydrogen in this spot here, and then it's shutting itself off because it's not able to keep producing. This thing runs pretty much non-stop though. This is going nicely. But yeah, I think we need external sources brought into here is the next step of the process. So, where's our closest closest contaminated water source was over here probably, which is not super convenient. But we have 6 stressed out now. We're gonna have a big problem pretty soon here because I think the problem is people aren't sleeping good because of the oxygen problems. Very, very patchy oxygen going on through here. I'm gonna deconstruct. I'm gonna deconstruct one of these. Well, let's take a look here quick. Because the other problem is through here, it's bad too. All this CO2 in here. There's just not a lot of oxygen flow going on here. We have oxygen down here, it's just not getting up fast enough, so that means more permeable tiles. What is this permeable tile doing here? Why did I build that one? It's not doing anything. I guess what we could do is turn this one back on. And leave this one off. And that'll at least help with the O2 in this area here. Get people less stressed. Okay, so that's going. It's waiting for algae. Needs 100 kilograms. 100 kilograms. It takes up so much algae. I guess I never realized. We have so many people stressed out. Red should use the table here. Red needs a table. Okay, Red, go use the table, please. Because 75%, geez. Ernstein's next on the list, McNair, Maha, everyone's bad. Like, it's no good. Even though we have all these nice paintings over here, the stress should help. Sleeping in these areas now should help a lot with the stress, I think. Certainly will help their stress get removed just a little bit here. If they can breathe, which they can't generally. I mean, sleeping in CO2 like this does not look comfortable to me. Holding breath while you're sleeping is not gonna like, help anybody sleep good. We need the lights on over here too, so that these are going at their full efficiency of another 10%. Because they use just as much water and just as much algae, so let's put another light over here then. Jeez. Well, as you can see, there's lots we need to do still. We made a little bit of progress today on the oxygen front here, but it's not perfect, and it's not producing as much as it should because, again, it's getting filled up really fast. So we might need to find a better spot for it, I think might be the issue. But yeah, we'll keep exploring how to solve this problem later, and hopefully our colony doesn't collapse here under the stress of being itself. Yeah, I mean, we'll look at Red, for instance. Where's Red? Red, what are your problems? You have grimy, dirty hands, interrupted sleep, stepped in contaminated water, and tired. Drab decor, really? After all the decor, really? I guess variety is important as well. These follower bases aren't doing anything until somebody delivers something to them too. I'm gonna set the priorities on these higher. Get the decor way up in here. Alright, well, we'll work on that next time. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I'll be back for another one very, very soon. Hope you enjoyed it. We're approaching cycle 50, which I never thought we'd actually reach. We'll keep refining the whole place here next episode. Thank you guys again for so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for more. Have a good night.